Hey everyone, it's been a while. Welcome back. There are three things certain in life: birth, death, and a new video from me when a new monster arrives. In today's video, we are diving into everything you need to know about Azure Rathalos. You should know by now that old Shanzi would rather wait to see the real thing than to flood your YouTube feed with leaks. Before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll never miss out on my latest content. Now, let's jump right in. Azure Rathalos is a mutated subspecies of the more commonly known wyvern, Rathalos. It is said to be highly intelligent and aggressive, and likes to cosplay as Akuma in its spare time. Azure Rathalos boasts far greater mobility than a regular Rathalos, relying on fierce aerial attacks to catch its prey. Let's check out its attacks and how it differs from the regular Rathalos. A few pointers on Azure Rathalos attack patterns that are different from the usual Rathalos. Azure Rathalos flies immediately when the hunt starts. It stays in the air for most of the hunt and attacks from the air. Azure Rathalos sometimes does this charging move before firing a fireball. It leaves the ground burning. I have yet to test if you get damaged if you step on it, but the fire stays on only for a short while. Azure Rathalos roars while it is still in the air. Azure Rathalos does this move where it stomps the ground from the air. Thanks to a local hunter called Removal, I got this clip which showed another move. Azure Rathalos would sweep the ground twice with flame breath attacks. If you had previously upgraded an ice weapon for Black Diablos, great news! Azure Rathalos is weak to dragon and ice. Weak spots for all damage types are the head, wings, and tail tip. You are able to make all weapons from Azure Rathalos, except dual blades and hammer. Azure Rathalos weapons comes with Special Boost 1 at grade 8. This is a free 10% damage increase for your special attacks. Stats wise, if you were to compare only the stats, regular Rathalos has lower raw and higher fire attack, while Rathalos has higher raw and lower fire attack. If we were to only look at overall stats, regular Rathalos has better stats. If you want a fire weapon that can also be used as a decent raw weapon, you can go for Azure Rathalos melee weapons. The light bow gun comes with 5 flaming normal ammo, 4 piercing fire ammo, followed by 2 sticky fire ammo. The critical distance for normal ammo is about mid-range, while pierce is mid to far range. The damage for sticky ammo's explosion is not affected by range, so as long as you can hit the monster, the damage will be the same. This set of ammo makes sense. Unlike Barrier Light Bowgun, where it has spread ammo and piercing, with Azure Rathalos Light Bowgun, you do not need to go real close to the monster and then roll away, fire your pierce shots, and have to go near the monster again. Similar to Pink Radiant's bow, Azure Rathalos bow is special in the sense that the charge level and shot level is not the same. For comparison, we have Diablo's bow on the left. You can see that the charge level corresponds to the level of shot on the right. Azure Rathalos comes with spread level 2, spread level 3, rapid level 3, and rapid level 4. Since the overall stats for Rathalos is better, I will stick with Rathalos weapons over Azure Rathalos for now. For light bowgun, if you want a chance to KO the monster, perhaps Azure Light Bowgun is for you, since it has sticky instead of slicing. For bow, this would be useful against Baroth and Legiana. Baroth's weak spot is his tiny baby hands, so rapid would do well. As for Legiana, since it likes to get in your face, I would prefer rapid or spread over Pierce Fireball. At grade 6, Azure Rathalos helm has focus level 2. Chest has fire attack 1 and earplugs 2. Gloves has crit boost 2. Koi has Special Boost 1 and Crit Boost 1. And lastly, the boots come with Reload Speed 2 and Fire Attack 1. Let's do a quick discussion on Crit Boost. With Affinity, weapons has a chance to deal extra 25% damage without Crit Boost. For example, if your weapon has 100 damage and 20% Affinity, this means that every attack has a 20% chance to deal 125 damage or 25% bonus damage. With Crit Boost, we can now deal an extra 30% at level 1, 35% at level 2, and the current maximum of 40% damage at level 3. On paper, Crit Boost looks good, but just take note that your attacks would need to actually crit before the Crit Boost bonus can kick in. Before we talk about how the different armor sets have changed, I would like to emphasize again, that there is no single build that works best for everyone. Everyone plays differently, so you will have to test out the different builds to see what is the build that suits your playstyle the best. The build that works best for you may not be the best for others. Lastly, the following list is my own builds, so if you have a better one, feel free to share it after this video in the comment section below. Okay, are we ready? Let's talk about how our armor sets have changed. For non-Greatsword fire builds, we can go with Enjanath Helm, Gloves, and Azure Rathalos boots for Fire Attack 5, Rathalos Chest for Weakness Exploit 2, and Black Diablo's Coil for Lock On. With this, we can finally have Fire Attack 5 with Lock On. Unfortunately for Greatsword Fire build, the current Fire 5 Focus 4 build without Lock On remains unchanged. Greatsword users got to get used to Gyroscope. Sadly, there are no changes for the other non-Greatsword Elemental builds. Continuing with Greatsword, this is the current Water Attack 5 Focus 2 set. We can swap out Puke Helm for Azure Rathalos to get an extra level of focus. Still no Lock On though. For Ice build, we can go with Azure Rathalos Helm and Juratoda's boots for Focus 4, Barioth Chest, Gloves, and Legiana Coil for Ice Attack 5. For Thunder build, it follows the Ice build. Simply swap out the Chest, Gloves, and Coil for Toby Chest and Coil and Zinogre Gloves. If you're wondering why I didn't incorporate Crit Boost into the builds, hear me out. Crit Boosts are on Gloves and Coil. Now, for all elemental armor sets, Gloves provide +2 element attack. If you think that 2 levels of elemental attacks is only 100 attack, it's not. If you have level 5 elemental attack and drop it down to level 3, there is a drop of elemental attack from 500 to 200. That is a difference of 300 elemental attack. On top of that, let's assume you make the switch. How about Affinity? You have to switch out more parts to build up your Affinity so that the crit boost can be meaningful. I may be wrong and may have missed out some other factors. If that is the case, please do let me know in the comments section below. For fast weapons such as Dual Blades and Sword and Shield, the current Burst 5 Weakness Exploit 2 is still a stronger build. While Crit Boost sounds good, it is only useful if we have high affinity. To recap, the build for this is Zinogre Helm and Boots, Radiant Gloves and Coil for Burst 5 and Lock On, and Rathalos Chest for Weakness Exploit 2. As for Long Sword and Hammer, Kuluyaku Helm, Boots, and Pink Radiant Coil for Crit Eye 5, Rathalos Chest for Weakness Exploit 2, and Azure Rathalos Gloves for Crit Boost 2. No change for Lance, and you can stick with whatever build you are using at the moment. The constraint that Lance users face is that you would want a few levels of guard. I would recommend at least 3 levels. That would have taken up 2 armor slots. With the remaining 3, it would be better to stick with skills that increases your affinity or burst. For Greatsword users, on Resentment build. You now have the option to swap out one Resentment with one level of focus by swapping out Black Diablo's helm for Azure Rathalos helm. Make sure to test it out to see if Focus 5 works better for you. This build allows you to charge faster and you can lock on too. However, you will be losing out on 2 levels of Part Breaker and 5% raw bonus from 1 level of Resentment. For Fire Light Bowgun, previously we can only squeeze in Fire Attack 2 with Recoil 3 and Reload 3. With the arrival of Azure Rathalos, if you're alright to drop 1 level of Reload, you can get 2 more levels of Fire Attack. To achieve this, we will have to go with Banbaro Helm and Palumo Chest for Recoil level 3, Engine of Gloves, Rathalos Coil and Azure Rathalos Boots for Fire Attack 4 and Reload Speed 2. Alternatively, we can keep Reload and Recoil at level 3, with Fire Attack also at level 3. This build uses Banbaro Helm and Palumo Chest for Recoil 3, Engine of Gloves and Azure Rathalos Boots for Fire Attack 3 and Reload Speed 2, and Zinogre Coil for the last level of Reload Speed. Regardless of which build you go for, this is gonna be an upgrade to the current Fire build. This Thunder build allows you to go with Thunder Attack 4, but you will have to drop 1 level of Reload. You can use Banbaro Helm and Palumo Chest for Recoil 3, Azure Rathalos Boots for Reload 2, Zinogre Gloves and Tobi Karachi Coil for Thunder Attack 4. Give this a try. This is a huge upgrade if you can get used to the slightly slower reload speed. Similarly for Ainz build, simply switch out Zinogre Gloves for Barioth and Tobi Coil for Legiana for Ainz Attack 4 with Recoil 3 and Reload Speed 2. Unfortunately, there is no change for the Water build. It is still the current build with Recoil 3, Reload 3 and Water Attack 2. Just like how the VIP always arrives last in any event, let's now talk about bow builds. You can already hear the overwhelming excitement in my voice. For Fire Bow build, the current meta is Fire Attack 5, Focus 4. Damage wise, this is still the best. With Azure Rathalos, if you want to, you can now go with Focus 5, Fire 4 instead. Not much of an upgrade if you ask me, but that's an option. We can go with Azure Rathalos Helm for Focus 2, Azure Rathalos Chest for Fire 1, Engine of Gloves for Fire Attack 2, Rathalos Coil for Fire 1 and Focus 1, and lastly, Juratoda's Boots for another 2 level of Focus. For Water build, previously we can only go with Water Attack 5 and Focus level 2, but rejoice, yay! Now we can have multiple builds depending on our preference of different Focus level. We can upgrade our current meta build to Water Attack 5, Focus 3 build. To do so, we can simply swap out Poke Helm with Azure Rathalos Helm. The rest remains the same. From this point forward, every level of focus we want would decrease our level of water attack. To get Focus 4, Water Attack 4 build, we can swap out Juratoda's chest for either Poke or Pink Ratian chest. To get Focus 5, Water Attack 3 build, we can swap the chest back to Jura and boots to Jura as well. For Ainz Bow build, our current meta is Focus 3, Ainz Attack 5. We can simply swap out Poke Helm for Azure Rathalos to get an additional level of focus. At this point, should you require a higher level of focus, we can swap out Barioth chest for either Poke or Pink Ratian. This gives you Focus 5, Ainz Attack 4. This is exactly the same for Thunder build as well. We start off with the current meta of Thunder 5, Focus 3 build. Swap out the helm for Thunder Attack 5, Focus 4 build. If you want to exchange one level of Thunder Attack for Focus, swap out Tobi chest for either Poke or Pink Ratian chest. for Thunder Attack 4 Focus 5 build. Now, let's talk about Raw or Status Bow. For Spread Bow, the current meta is Focus 5 Burst 2. We can swap out Puke Helm for Azure Rathalos and Rathalos Koi for Radiant Koi. This gives us Focus 5 Burst 3. I wouldn't recommend lowering Focus since we want to maintain the Burst bonus. For Black Diablo's Bow, currently there are builds with Focus 3, 4 and 5. This is a setup for the current Focus 3 Burst 4 build. There is no change to it. Next, we have the current build for Focus 4 Burst 3 build. We can swap out Zinogre Helm for Azure Rathalos. This gives us Focus 5 Burst 3 build. On paper, this is the best build for Black Diablo's Bow at the moment. However, do note that for Focus 5 build, you have to be slightly more aggressive. This build works best if you are always firing your shots. If you realize that there are times where you hold your charge more than you should because of whatever reasons, then perhaps the next build may be slightly better for you. From the Focus 5 Burst 3 build, swap out Puke Chest for Rathalos Chest. This build makes you charge slightly longer, but since you tend to hold your charge longer than usual anyway, might as well get 2 levels of Weakness Exploit. For Diablo's Bow, the current meta is Focus 5 Weakness Exploit 2. We can swap out Puke Helm for Azure Rathalos and Rathalos Koi for Pink Radiant Koi. This gives us Focus 5, Weakness Exploit 2 and Crit Eye 2. I would suggest to prioritize the armor skills first before getting the weapon, since it will most likely upgrade your current build. Yeah, there you go. We discussed about Azure Rathalos attack patterns, armor skills, and updated builds for all weapons. Let me know what you think of this monster and the new armor pieces down below. Thanks for watching, guys. We've just recently went past 4.5k subs, and I'm really grateful to every one of you, even the one who wants to PvP me a few months back. Legend has it that he is still waiting for PvP to be added so that he can fuck me up. Maybe we can be overly ambitious and aim for 10k subs in the future? Fingers crossed. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.